I want us to know that life itself is a trial, and
Now,
we are meant to know that we are free and we have the freedom to make mistakes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, it's a wonderful brother being here. And in today's episode of our video, I'm going to be asking our senior brothers in Islam to share their experience. However, the topic is based on what's your greatest mistake ever and what's the lesson you want us to learn from the mistake. So follow us and join us in watching this video as it is going to be educative. And do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us for more content. Aya Nabina. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's your name, Aki?
My name is Abbas Akintola.
And how are you doing today? Are you feeling good or the other way else?
Alhamdulillah, I'm feeling good.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. That's good to hear from you.
Yeah.
I have a few questions for you, and I would like you to give us legit and solid answers, just like the way we know what you do. So, question number one goes thus: Ustaz, what do you do presently right now? Like, what do you do?
Okay, now Alhamdulillah, basically, I currently work as a freelance writer,
Okay.
a graphic designer,
Ah,
and a brand strategist. So, as a freelance designer, I render professional writing service to individual and corporate bodies.
Mashallah.
And I've been doing this for the past 1.5 years. I think I
Mashallah.
started officially while I was in 400 level. I worked as a writer and data researcher with Idea Research, down to me owning a startup in-house researcher, and here we render professional writing service to
Mashallah.
individuals and corporate bodies.
Mashallah. Barakallah fikum.
Amen.
May Allah continue to bless your work for us. Allahumma
And
ameen.
as a brand strategist,
Now.
I currently own a brand called Brandmate Explorer. So with Brandmate Explorer, we render printing service, we make designs, and we also render several print service down from right from merch designs
Okay.
up to branding a full business.
Now.
So we help small and existing business owner to start from small to big. So we are on the verge to helping much small scale business owner to having the idea being actualized and well implemented.
Well noted. Barakallah fikum ya Ustaz. So our question goes thus. Moving to the next question. That is the real reason why we are here. The question says, is there any possible mistake that you have done probably while growing and something like, one of the greatest mistake that you feel like whenever you think about it, you feel like, subhanallah, why? Or something like that. And the question says the mistake you have done and you don't want others to dwell into it. So let's go.
Okay, basically, I think if I'm going to be referring to a specific mistake, I'm going to be talking about. What I just want to first address is that I want us to know that life itself is a trial, and we are meant to know that we are free and we have the freedom to make mistakes.
No.
So the fact that we are meant to learn from our mistakes is one thing that keep me going, and the fact that we are allowed to make mistakes as much as possible, as a mistakes is a kind of a failure in disguise, and we are meant to learn from it to get better. So if I'm going to talking about mistakes that I've possibly made at the earlier stage of my life and what I would not want others to actually dwell into or possibly have a similar issue, I think this is going to be basically the mistake of associating with bad peers. I'm not going to be saying that I've actually worked with bad peers all my life, but I said I'm going to be referring back to my early days, while we are growing up and while we are trying to be better with things.
No.
Where I personally suffer from working with bad peers, and it's actually from the society we live. Growing up in a community where abnormalities are I was actually turned to normalcy, where things that are obviously wrong. Part of it is actually working with friends that believes in gambling, working with friends that doesn't know that we are meant to be steadfast and upright in all of our affairs. And eventually, and there's this saying that you are the reflection of the friends who you roll with, who you are aligned with.
Okay.
So you are an example of the person that you actually eat with or drink with or you actually eventually stay with. So at my early stage of life, I would say even before Allah has actually blessed me with encountering Dawah, MSSN as a whole, I would say this problem was one I actually experienced, and it's revolved around me wanting to have achieved some basic Islamic or personal spiritual growth, but just because of this friendship, and it's not like you don't really want to be better, but you know that there are some times, as much as you know that this thing is actually bad or is not too good, you will not also want to be left out among your peers. It is
No,
called like peer pressure.
no,
Like where your friends are doing something, maybe possibly because you don't want to be left out of it, you eventually end up doing it.
no.
So if I would talk about it briefly because of time, I would just say he's actually associating with bad peers at the early stage. Alhamdulillah, to the help of Islam, Allah's deliberate
Alhamdulillah.
interference.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, it has been better now.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That's good to hear. So I'll move to the next question. We have, how do you feel about the mistakes then?
Yeah, obviously I felt bad. I'm not happy about it because, certain one. So there's always this question that if you have the opportunity to start again all over, what are
Start.
you going to do right?
No.
Maybe for my own case, I would say choosing the right set of friends. Alhamdulillah, at the moment, I have one of the best friends, which I would consider a best friend because he has actually helped me to go career wise. He's actually helped me to go spiritual, religious wise. So he happens to be a friend from University of Lagos, Ahmad Alabi. He
Allah
finished
Akbar.
as the best graduating student of his department,
Allah
and
Akbar.
we have both gone on a spiritual and career and academic level together.
Allah
I finished with
Akbar.
4.2 to a second class upper, and ever since then, we met as a friend who were actually looking for direction of life at the University of Lagos, and since then, but prior before this time, I would say I suffer from having bad friends, and I could always feel bad about it. Yeah, that's it.
Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much for that. And moving to the last question, we have, what advice can you give to our youth, let's say Muslim youth generally? But in order to like not to feel somehow, let's say, what advice can you give to others that are young, people like us that are actually on the train to
Now,
develop?
to clarify things, I want you to know that myself too, I'm a work in progress. I'm still young like you. There's not
Sama,
actually bigger difference between myself and you.
there is
Maybe you could be seeing age-wise, possibly, but there are not
a
much difference.
no.
I was telling you that we are contemporaries and we are friends. So, I would just say that, like, giving relating this back to the context of our discussion, which is the regret of having bad friends and why it is important to have good friends. I think I would just be emphatic and encourage others to always choose their friend. There's this hadith of Rasulullah Sallallahu that
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
there are some people that are going to be in the shade of Allah on the day that there's not going to be any other shade except from the shade of Allah.
No.
And in that part of the hadith, which I usually resonate with, and is that where Allah says, Prophet Sallallahu said, وَرَجُلَانِ تعارف في الله, that is two good friends that actually grew together. They never grew up just because they want to be friends that love sports or that love any other life, worldly affairs. Basically, they could love that together. That's not bad. Anything that makes us have similarity or commonness makes us friends.
No.
But the fact that Allah says, Prophet says that is that two friends that grew up in the worship of Allah, they are going to be on the shade of Allah, and there's going to be shade. So I think the advice is that always filter your friend, choose the best friend, because if you want to go in terms of a good Muslim, choose Islamic and Muslim friends.
No.
If you know you are looking for career growth, choose friends that are actually doing great in your career. In a way or the other, you guys will motivate yourself and you're going to get better.
Inshallah.
I've tested it, I've tried it, I could see that it really works. And that's just what I'm going to really pass to the public, to remind myself and the others that let's just do well to be selective about the kind of friends we work with.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our stars and increase in iman. This is where we are going to be stopping for today's episode. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow us for more of all this Islamic content.
Thank you.
Say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam.